Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. This week I really wanted to try something new. I've done a lot of Pamela Reif, or yeah, I think that's how I pronounce it, Reif. I've also done a lot of Chloe Ting. Those two girls are like my main ones. But today I wanted to try someone new, and my friend introduced me to someone called Lily Sabri. So I wanted to try her workouts and see what's new. She has a ton of videos out right now. I'm pretty sure she posts every day, different workouts or like live workouts. But today for this challenge thing, I wanted to do a 15-minute video, do it twice a day, and it's basically intense cardio for 10 days straight and no rest days. It's definitely something new because she actually does cardio with resistance bands and also ab workouts with resistance bands, which is really interesting to me. So I wanted to document my week and show you guys how this challenge went.
About you into my life, wow. Look at my mind, yeah. No better place or time, how they align. Universe must have my back, fell from the sky into my life.
There's a lot of things that help with weight loss, but if we're specifically talking about exercise and cardio when it comes to weight loss, it's really important to look after your beats per minute or your heart rate. If you guys have a device that helps you calculate your beats per minute, like a Fitbit, Apple Watch, or Garmin, I would suggest using that. But the easiest and most convenient way to measure your heart rate is how hard you're breathing and how you feel. When it comes to the workout itself, it's really important that you try and push yourself as hard as you can, especially with cardio. When you're doing higher intensity and breathing a lot harder and panting, that's when you actually get your blood pumping all over your body and strengthen your heart. But if we're talking about weight loss, it's just facts, okay? It's just facts, but nutrition is like 90% of the weight loss, and then the workouts are the other 10%. Every body is unique, so our nutrition won't really align like 100%, but it's really important just to stick to the goods, you know, like stick to veggies, stick to fruits, stick to the highest quality grains if you can, and overall try to choose the highest quality macronutrients, which is the proteins, the carbs, and the fats, and incorporate that throughout the day. I'll link the smoothie and granola recipe down below in the description box. Since this is a pretty heavy and hefty meal, I usually like to have this every time I do glutes. Okay, so if we're talking about my experience with the workouts, I honestly had such a fun time. I will admit I don't really like cardio, it's not my thing, but this one, I feel like Lily just really did it for me. I think it was the different moves, the resistance bands, and the overall energy. It was just really fun. When I did all that jumping, I thought it would be kind of annoying, but honestly, I could feel myself feeling happier. I was really excited to do the workouts every day. But unfortunately, that happiness only lasted like 6 days out of the 10-day challenge. During this week, there was a lot going on mentally and emotionally for me, and although the workouts really did make me feel a lot happier and made me feel good about moving and doing something different, it was just a mixture of all these different things colliding for me, and also the different types of foods that I was eating as well. Everyone is different, but for me, I can definitely tell a difference in my mood and my attitude when it comes to the different foods I'm eating. Since this was originally supposed to be a weight loss challenge, I really wanted to make sure that my nutrition was as clean as possible, but also realistic. But yeah, this week was definitely different than the others I've had in the past. There were a lot of heavy things happening just like in my mind and like my mental health, so that kind of affects my mood and my motivation to eat healthy and to cook and to prepare as well. So although I tried my best to have a serving of veggie for every meal that I have, it definitely wasn't the easiest. I think there's a lot of things going on, but I know for sure since I started a new birth control, the hormones definitely played a huge role in my mood and my attitude and how I was feeling. But hormones do play a huge role in our daily lives and also for our weight loss, our stress, and overall well-being. Even without the birth control and extra hormones, I'm naturally already very emotional and very sensitive. So in combination of the pills and other external internal factors, I was definitely like in a rut. My cravings and emotional eating has been the worst it has ever been in a while, like for almost like a year or so, I guess. As time passed by in quarantine, I definitely learned how to like manage my emotions and manage my mental health and take care of it for the most part. But because of everything that was happening, that really wasn't enough for me. I definitely went towards food for comfort, and I found that I still wasn't satisfied. Even with the amount of sugar and salt I ate, sometimes the workouts didn't really even help. If anything, it made my motivation and my energy levels worse. Fortunately for me, I'm actually in a really good place physically, so I wasn't like that crazy when it came to losing weight for this challenge. I was more focused on making this video as realistic as possible, but also trying to show off how effective and fun Lily's workouts are. I think talking about how I felt is a lot more important than how much weight I lost, especially in 10 days, because you can't really see that much results, and it's like 99% water weight. But yes, as mentioned before, the first 5 to 6 days were actually really fun. When I was jumping around and trying out the new moves, I could feel myself genuinely getting happier because I was also playing music in the background, so it was kind of like a little dance party for me. But unfortunately, as time goes by, my mood really did tumble down. And it kind of made me go back to that negative cycle of working out just to get it done and get through your day. I mean, sometimes I do understand that it is like that, like it really be like that sometimes, but for the most part, I do want to encourage working out and moving for a healthy mind and body. So that really made me feel disconnected with this video, with my lifestyle during that week, and overall how I was feeling versus how I wanted to portray myself and express myself. Like even that sentence just sounds like there's a lot going on in my mind. Yeah, throughout this entire week, although I was working out a lot, I also made that an excuse to eat a lot more, which is not healthy. I understand eating food for comfort, like genuinely I understand it. Sometimes I think it is needed and it does make us feel better, but I also know that there is a fine line between eating food just to feel good in that moment and help yourself feel better later on versus self-sabotaging. Even in this clip, it was literally like 1 a.m. and I was full from the chips that I had, but I still continued eating because I wanted to. So yeah, I think it's really important just to listen to your body as often as you can, especially since I was overeating and I knew I was gonna be sick and feel sick. It's just not good. And it's funny because my family usually doesn't do a lot of takeout. Myself and my mom cook a lot, and it's just a lot easier and cheaper and convenient that way. But for this week specifically, we ordered out a lot. I'm not sure why. I think there was a couple holidays going on, and our region just lifted its restrictions, so we wanted to take advantage of all of that. So there was a lot of things going on, and that just made me feel overwhelmed, period. Like happy overwhelmed or sad overwhelmed. So like I said, since I am an emotional eater, already prone to it, the happy and sad had a lot of intense moments, and I just felt like I needed to either celebrate or distract myself with the food. So yeah, in conclusion, it's not really the workouts that was challenging, but it was more of taking care of my mental health while still, dedicating myself to eating healthy and moving throughout the week. As mentioned in the past, the general guideline that I like to follow throughout the day is just to incorporate the highest quality macronutrients. So unfortunately, it's not carbs itself that's the problem, it's more of the type of carbs that I was eating. So of course you want to incorporate as much veggies as you can, but throughout this entire week I had a lot of deep fried food and barely any veggies. Since I was getting used to eating all this deep fried food and I was actually willing to make a lot of cookies and desserts and stuff like that, I was in this negative cycle using food to make you feel happier, but then you feel bad or like you don't feel well, and then you try and use food again to heal yourself or to make you feel better. So I was eating a lot of cookies, a lot of sweets, a lot of chips and processed foods. I had like 1 serving of veggies throughout this week, which is definitely not like me. So you can imagine what I was going through mentally and emotionally. At the end of the day, you can't really dwell too much on the past. I mean, if anything, I can do the 10-day workout again and, you know, actually see if I lost any weight. But I just wanted to show you guys like the mental and emotional experience I had while doing this, because like I said before in my previous video, it's not really the workout that's hard, but it's just motivating yourself and like staying consistent to moving and dedicating yourself to a healthy lifestyle. But yeah, honestly, this was a really good segue into trying out new YouTubers. Still not comfortable going into the gym, so I'm probably going to do home workouts for a while until everything calms down. But if you aren't into cardio, or you know you have to do it but you don't want to do it, I would definitely recommend this 10-day challenge. At the end of the 10-day challenge, I did notice that there wasn't really too much of a physical difference, but I noticed that there is a lot of differences in my mental state and emotional state. There's still a lot of things that I want to work on and do. I will actually create a video on that, so stay tuned. I would recommend trying out Lily's videos or her workouts. She has like a lot of challenges as thumbnails, like you can see what the challenge is. It's such a nice change from the usuals that I'm used to. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!